Hello everybody, welcome back to Anton Recipes. Today we have a delicious recipe, something that most of us really enjoy, homemade pizza. And this pizza we are making completely from scratch. We want to show you that you can make a pizza completely from scratch all within the same day. We're going to start off with is the dough. For the ingredients, we have flour, we have half brown and half white flour, we have some sugar, we have some yeast, some salt, some oil, olive oil, and some lukewarm water. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my yeast by adding the sugar to the lukewarm water. Give that a little bit of a mix so it can dissolve. Then I'm going to stir in my yeast. Okay, and then you're just going to leave this until it gets nice and frothy and all that yeast is activated. Just try not to lose any like me. Now I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. So the salt and then the olive oil. If you want your pizza base to be flavoured, you can also add herbs or any kind of spices that you want to be in the dough of the pizza. And just mix that around. And then we'll just wait for that yeast to be fully activated and then we can add our liquid. My yeast has fully bloomed and it looks really good. At least we know our yeast is alive and working. Now we're going to add that mixture slowly and fully mix it, and then we're going to knead the dough once it's come together. I'm just going to make a hole in the middle, a little well, to add my liquid. And I'm going to pour that in bit by bit as I stir it. Picnic with now the rest of it, with all that yeast. Now life's back in color and everything's feeling. It's all come together now. So what I'm going to do is just lightly dust my surface. And we're going to knead this for around 10 minutes until the dough has developed the gluten enough and elasticity. And it is sticky a bit to touch, but that should go as we need more and more. I'm going to start by just folding it over. If you have a mixer with a dough hook, you can put it in there and leave it for about 5 minutes and it will be ready. But since I'm going to be eating this pizza, I thought I ought to exercise a bit of the calories that are going to go in once I eat it by kneading the dough by hand. Be leaking, but I'll be as happy as they come. Well, I read that the French always say what's on their mind, leaving lipstick stains on tall glasses of wine. Practically invented being nonchalant for fun. Just like afternoon croissants, strolling over bridges that were built in Renaissance. Isn't that what every romance loving 20-something woman wants? So this dough looks just about ready, and the way you can test it is if you press your finger, it should bounce back. Yep. So that looks good to me. It's got all that elasticity. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly oil my bowl, and you want to place it in and make sure you cover all over the dough, and then you just want to cover it with some cling film or a tea towel and let it rise in a warm area until it has doubled in size. Welcome back everybody. The dough has now fully cooled. Let's just reveal it to you. So as you can see, it has doubled in size. It looks amazing. So now I'm just going to punch out the air. Ooh, and it's not sticking to my skin or anything, it's perfect. And then I'm going to lightly flour my surface and my rolling pin. I'm ready to put in this pan. So what you want to do is you just want to lightly grease it. So just rub that all over. Okay. And this will help prevent your pizza from sticking. Then I'm going to roll out my pizza dough. I'm just going to use half. And I'm just going to roll it into a ball. Add a bit more flour because my dough is a bit greasy. Add a bit on top. And now re-roll. The dough looks lovely, and I love the flavour that wholemeal brings. So this is the, you know, best of both worlds. It's not too heavy when like using full wholemeal, but it does add that bit of nuttiness and the graininess that you get from wholemeal. So I'm really excited to taste this. So now that's quite rolled out, I'm just going to do the rest of the stretching in the pan. And if you're struggling to lift it, you can use your rolling pin, but also remember that this dough is very stretchy, so you can do the whole pizza thing. I'm not going to do that because I don't know how to, so I'm just going to roll it into my pan, and it kind of fits almost perfect. So we want a tiny bit of a crust, so we are going to fold it over a bit. So I'm just stretching it up a little bit to form our crust. So I think that's good, and then you just want to pinch it in to make the crust. You can stuff it with cheese and all sorts, or put some tomato sauce in between the crust, but we're just going to keep it simple for the purpose of our meal today. Okay, so that's the crust done, and now we're ready to put our base. For this pizza, I am going to be using a tomato-based pizza, and the tomato sauce we are using is actually our own recipe, homemade tomato sauce. Like I said, we're making this pizza from scratch. You saw me make the base, the dough, and I actually have a video in the description down below showing how to make this very sauce. So now we're just going to put it onto the pizza, the desired amount. Please do not use too much or your pizza might end up soggy. No one likes a soggy pizza. But yeah, let's get putting the pizza together. So I'm just going to put a few spoons and just spread it. For our ingredients, or I keep saying ingredients, but what I mean is the toppings of our pizza. We are going to use black olives, we're using some broccoli, green and red peppers, onion, tomato, mushroom, we have some mozzarella cheese and some cheddar cheese, good old pineapple, yes, we like pineapple on our pizza, and then we're actually going to use, to brush the dough, with the oil from sun-dried tomato. Gives a bit of a different sweet tomatoey flavour rather than using regular olive oil. So let's put our toppings on. I can make it better, baby. Running away every day, feeling the same in a different way. You and I making fire, I can take ya. I can make it better, baby. Running away every day, feeling the same in a different way. did, I just pushed the edges in just a little bit, because it was rising just a bit too much, and it is going to rise a bit in the oven. And because of that, I added some extra sauce just up to the edge of the crust. Now I'm going to brush my crust in this delicious sun-dried tomato oil. I'm going to add a bit more cheese, because you know what? We worked hard for this pizza. Let's not skimp down on the cheese. And I'm just going to put a few drops of the oil just along the top, and a little bit more mozzarella. And the final step, what I've decided is I just want to sprinkle the top with some oregano. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Trying not to go overboard, but I really do love oregano. So now you want to put this into a very hot oven. Now, whilst you are making or putting your toppings on your pizza, I'd suggest setting your oven then. You want to set your oven to the temperature of 240 to 260 degrees Celsius. Once it's reached that temperature, then you want to put your pizza in the oven for around 10-15 minutes, or until the crust and the dough is fully cooked and you can see the cheese is fully melted, got a nice brown in colour, and your vegetables are looking more cooked. So I'm going to put that in the oven now, and I will show you the finished product. I am so excited to try this. Guys, the pizza is done! It looks so good. A legit pizza, for real. Look at this. It is amazing. It's so good. So when we took it out, whilst it was piping hot, we just brushed the crust with some oil, just to make sure that it stays nice and soft. You don't have to do that, it's totally optional, but we like a crust that's not too crunchy. So now I'm just going to lift it out for you and cut it and get you a nice close-up shot. So let's get that out if I can. Comes out nice and easy. Do you want to see the bottom, guys? Lovely brown colour. The crust has puffed up really well. It has, you know, it comes back up, so the dough is definitely cooked. And now let's cut it. Ooh. Look how lovely and thin that base is, with all that deliciousness. It is really good, guys. I'm really happy with this recipe, and I'll definitely do it again. Everything on here was made from scratch, and you guys can do it too. Really easy, really simple. Please try this recipe. Let me know down in the comments below how you get on. If you get the same results, you know, I'm sure you will. I'm confident you will. You'll definitely get maybe better results than me. So please comment down below, like, share, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.
Love is an island, a never-ending vacation. I've been feeling selfish.
I'm gonna try the pizza now. Wow. Can't believe it. It's really good. It's really good. It's delicious. It's, yep, did a good job. Well done, though. Pat on the back.
Running away every day, feeling the same.